So welcome to January 2025 and the first of our Adventure Cat vlogs. So January was a bit of a wet month, cold and damp mostly, so we didn't do too much this month, but we did get a couple of trips out. We made the most of the sun one day and went down to our local park where Ebby did his favourite activity of tree climbing. Cleo on the other hand wasn't so impressed and she stayed in her bag. After Ebby had fun climbing, we headed down to the plant area where there's lots for the cats to sniff at. I think Cleo preferred this part. Cleo is quite new to being an adventure cat, so she can still be a little nervous, whereas Ebby is much more confident. Though Ebby does just love sitting and staring at people sometimes. It was a really lovely day this day, nice and sunny. Still a bit cold, so the cats have their jumpers on, but overall was a lovely day. This is our favourite little part of the park. It's this nice quiet area which is a bit secluded from everywhere else. The cats can have a bit more space to explore and roam, so they're both on their long leads here. I think Cleo was enjoying the sun, whilst Ebby went to explore underneath. So it's really lovely here and nice and secluded. Cleo is starting to feel a bit braver, so she did wander off a little bit. I do want to get her some longer outfits that cover her bottom a bit more so she doesn't get cold. But she does look super cute in her little green jumper. Always got to watch Ebby to make sure he's not going too far into the bushes as well. I think here that Cleo is looking for Ebby. She does like to stick by her brother. I think he gives her a bit of confidence. And of course she's got to check out whatever he's checking out. Though Ebby's not a hairless cat, he has got quite a thin layer of hair. He is a korat, so they've only got a single layer, hence why he wears a jumper as well. Plus they just look super cute in their matching jumpers. And here they both are enjoying the sun. Eventually though it was time to leave, Ebby did take a bit of encouraging to leave. He loves this little spot, but eventually we headed off. It has been less than a year of Ebby being an adventure cat. 2025 will be our first full year. But he is such a confident little boy, he is great on the lead. He can be a bit moody at times, he's got to be in the mood. But when he is, he's a great little adventure cat. And hopefully Cleo will be too. She does seem to have the right personality for it. So paws crossed. We of course had to stop at Ebby's favourite tree. There's some birds being quite noisy here, which I think were interesting to the pair. And here's Ebby's favourite tree because there's 3 different bits he can choose to climb. So we'll just wait and see what he chooses to climb today. He's watching something very closely here. And I think he's about to climb. Goes. He adores tree climbing. Have to make sure he doesn't get too high up. I always like to be able to grab him if needed. but it's great to be able to see him enjoying himself in a safe way. Whereas I think Cleo was just enjoying the view from the bottom of the tree. We then continued the walk home with Ebby leading the way as usual. He does know his way around the park quite well. It is one of our more frequent walks. And Cleo plodding behind. It's lovely to see them exploring as a pair. The main reason of getting Cleo was so that Ebby had company both on his adventures and at home. So it's lovely to see them getting on so well together. And of course once they got tired they got a ride in the backpack. Well, Cleo in the backpack, Ebby in his favourite spot on top. Of course, we also had to have some muddy pool walks with the dogs. So we headed up to our favourite heath/forest. They had some great times here. It was a bit cold, so they were all wrapped up in their coats. I think the boys who are getting a bit impatient at the cats and Dora for all their sniffing. It is great to have all five out together. And of course we had to find some trees to climb, and even Cleo enjoyed climbing these ones. It can be a handful with all five, but it is lovely. Five of us also headed down to the park on another day. We do a few trips to the park each month as it is so close, and it is great for all of them. This day was a bit chilly, so I decided to take the chariot for the cats. This is a dog pushchair trailer thing, but it is great for the cats. Dora was very interested in this one to stay, but they're a lot bigger than her. And we of course spent some time in our favourite spot. January also meant it was time to take the cats to the vets. It was great fun taking 5 cats to the vet at the same time. Here are Harry and Ginny in one carrier. We had Ebby and Cleo in another, although Ebby's out and about at the moment. And Neffy was in her own carrier. She is still quite timid and nervous at times, so she likes her space. And here Ebby is waiting like a good little boy in the waiting room. After a while he did get a bit bored though, so he went and explored. Our vets is great with a separate little bit for cats so he can get out without upsetting any dogs. All the cats had their vaccinations, got a clean bill of health, so as a special treat we got them some pup cups on the way home. Cleo adores her pup cups, although she can be a little messy with them. She can also be a little greedy and hog it all, so you have to make sure Ebby gets a share. The other cats aren't so bothered, so they'll get some treats once we're home. The range has also recently become pet friendly, so we did head down there for a coffee with the whole gang. They had this lovely little section for dogs just next to the restaurant. Ebby loved it here because he could be really nosy and look at all the people. And they had this lovely dog bed and bowls for the doggies. They are such a well-behaved gang. Although Dora's still a pup, so she didn't settle down quite so well. Cleo decided to stay in her carrier. The staff even came and made a fuss of everyone and did give her some treats, but they weren't all that bothered by them. So instead tried to have a bit of veggie sausage from my sandwich. But I don't think they appreciated it being vegetarian. After having a coffee, we did head into the store to do a bit of shopping. I have been trying to find Cleo some more coats that fit her. She was being a little awkward to get changed here. She's normally quite good, but I think there's just too much going on in the store. It can be quite difficult finding cat coats because although there's quite a few dog coats, they don't always quite fit her because she's slender but long. Although she does look very cute in this one, it wasn't quite the right fit for her. They did have a nice little selection of coats though, and are quite reasonable in prices, so we'll definitely be heading back here in future. I think it would be super cute to get the 2 cats and 3 dogs all matching coats one day, because they should really be a matching gang. Evie at this time was choosing to hang out in the backpack, and for once it was Cleo being the more confident and adventurous one. Some of the store assistants were fussing her, and I think that's what she loved. So although January has been a quieter time for adventures, we have managed to do a few nice trips, and hopefully as the weather improves we'll get even more. So please like and subscribe for weekly videos and monthly vlogs, and we hope to see you soon. Bye!